Hi, Bear Nation, and welcome back to the Hi Bear Nation broadcast. I'm your anchor, Cole Segura.
And I'm this week's co-anchor, Alex Fox. Why are you late today, Cole?
I was literally bombarded by paparazzis when I entered the school.
Cole, over here! Oh gosh, I guess that it's a really good thing that they're building a new fence by the Alameda entrance to the school.
Anything to keep those cameras away from me, but I don't judge them.
Out interviewing Brian Hubble alongside a few students is Tyler Lynn and Audrey Bauer.
Over to you guys.
Over the last few years, La Cueva High School has been implementing new security systems.
Numerous fences and gates have been built around the school, with the most recent being this gate at the entrance to the student parking lot.
Brian Hubble expands on this topic.
Why are they building a fence in the first place?
So it's all part of that Alice fencing that started the ones on the south side of the school. So eventually they are going to basically from where between like where we call the swamp, where that grass field is. It's gonna get, and I think they stop right at the baseball field, but that all the way up Wyoming, and then up Alameda is gonna get like 6-foot fence at some point. So the reason why they close it in is all that security fencing for the Alice support. So it's basically for you guys, obviously, to make sure that at some point that we have this school surrounded by fencing.
So what are your thoughts on the fences?
I think it really slows people down when they're getting into school, which is the goal. That's the goal of the fences.
Why do you believe that?
Because everyone who drives into school drives hella fast. And I think they're really trying to slow it down. So putting in these fences will really help them. But also it causes a lot of backups when you're trying to leave school and get into school.
Make sure you have your student ID or student view ready before you enter the school.
Back to you, Cole.
It's always nice to see new security measures being added to La Cueva's personnel.
As a student attending a very large school, I'd have to agree.
But sometimes going to a large school has major setbacks. I lost my hairbrush when I was walking to third period yesterday, and with all the students walking around, I couldn't find it.
Have you checked the Lost and Found recently?
We have a lost and found.
Yeah, it's where students with lost items, find them. Reporting by our Lost and Found is Sophia Martinez. Tell us all about it, Sophia.
What's your first and last name?
I'm Mrs. Casaus.
And what do you do with all this lost and found stuff?
It's an excellent question. So if it is not anything expensive, so if you lose a wallet, if you lose your keys, if you lose things like that, usually that goes to, or your phone, that will go to the main office. But anything, clothing, attire, lunch boxes, water bottles, anything like that, coffee mugs, I keep them back here, hoping that you guys will come out and come see. Like, I lost something. Is it here? And I'm like, great. I love to reconnect people with their lost items, but it gets overwhelming after a while. So at the end of every month, I tell everybody it's time to donate. And so what I do is I take all the water bottles home and I wash them out, because you can't donate dirty things. That's just gross. All the coffee cups, I wash them out. I do a load of laundry with all the lost and found stuff. And then I donate it to Savers or Locker 505, McKinney-Vento, something like that. I have had, so I'm telling everybody right now, you want to make sure that you have your name on your water bottle, because I have had Yetis. I have had hydro flasks. I have had, I was like, this is a nice jacket. You know what I mean? And I'm like, you guys need to come, claim this stuff. But if you put your name in it somewhere, then I'll return it to you, and it won't be in the lost and found. It will be returned to you.
Well, I'll definitely be sure to check it out later today.
I think that'd be a great idea. Now that we got all the serious stuff out of the way, let's switch up the gears a little bit. Would you rather go to jail for 5 years or live in a coma for 10 years?
Probably go to jail for 5 years. Would you rather find true love today or win the lottery next year?
I would say find true love today. Let's hear from Chloe Broff interviewing students around campus about what they'd rather do.
Over to you.
Hi Bear Nation, I'm Chloe Brough, and I'm interviewing students on what they're doing this spring break. What's your name?
Jordan.
And what grade are you in?
11th.
What are your plans this spring break?
Catch up on sleep.
What's your name?
Lily Ortiz.
And what grade are you in?
I'm a senior.
What are you doing this spring break?
I might go out to visit my boyfriend in Arizona.
What's your name?
Leslie Burgess.
And you're a counselor here, right?
I am.
What are you doing this spring break?
This spring break, we are going to do some gardening, and we're going to Santa Fe for a concert.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
What's your name?
I'm Charlie.
And what grade are you in?
I'm a senior.
What are you doing for this spring break?
I am traveling to see my family in Arizona, and then I'm kind of just hanging here in between competitions for different things.
What's your name?
Alicia,
What grade are you in?
10th.
And what are you doing this spring break?
I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna go to Texas to see my family, and that's pretty much like all I have planned.
Sounds fun. What's your name?
Caroline Kelly.
What grade are you in?
I'm a freshman.
And what are you doing this spring break?
Oh, I'm probably gonna hang out with friends, and I'm going snowboarding. And I think that's probably about it.
It sounds fun. What a diverse set of opinions. Back to you guys.
Before we close out, let's go back to Audrey Bauer for this week's weather.
How's it looking, Audrey?
Hi, Bear Nation. The week of March 3rd is going to see lots of wind, clouds, and rain, so make sure you take your allergy medicine and dress appropriately. Monday will have a high of 58 degrees and a low of 37 degrees, as well as wind speeds of up to 26 miles an hour, the strongest for this week. Tuesday will have a high of 59 degrees and a low of 32 degrees. We will see the sun on Wednesday, which will have a high of 65 degrees and a low of 42 degrees. Clouds and wind return on Thursday with a high of 66 degrees and a low of 36 degrees. The rest of our week will be mostly sunny, with a high of 54 degrees and a low of 32 degrees on Friday. Saturday will have a high of 57 degrees and a low of 31 degrees, and Sunday will have a high of 68 degrees and a low of 36 degrees. Back to you, Cole.
Hopefully, those windy conditions won't last too long for all our spring sports players.
Well, that concludes this week's broadcast. Check out the link below in the description to see our website, The Edition, and tune in next week.
Bye, Bear Nation.